We have a great love, a great respect, great understanding. He's an extraordinary human being.
It's literally been your white knight too, financially as well. You write about that.
I think we've been each other's both. We've supported each other in lots of different angles.
Today, we're diving into one of the most chaotic new chapters in the ongoing drama surrounding Sarah Ferguson and the fallout from the Epstein scandal. After being pulled straight back into controversy because of that now notorious email calling Jeffrey Epstein her loyal, generous, and exceptional friend, the former Duchess has found herself stripped of royal standing, politically radioactive, financially shaky, and publicly humiliated. And yet, in classic Fergie style, she's already reinventing herself, revising the narrative, and mapping out her next move. Except this time, she isn't looking for public sympathy, corporate partnerships, or approval from the palace. No, according to insiders, she wants a sugar daddy. Yes, seriously. Reports claim she's once again searching for a wealthy man who can support her lifestyle, pull her out of financial trouble, and offer her a glamorous fresh start far from the UK. Today, we're looking at why Sarah is suddenly throwing herself back into dating, what type of man she's pursuing, how this connects to rumours that she's preparing to leave Britain, and why palace sources believe this is her most desperate comeback strategy yet.
You two have always been remarkable to me because you did get divorced, yet you continue to live together, separate wings of the house, but...
Yeah, luckily it's quite a big house.
It's a big house, yes. I've been there.
We 100% live together, and we are always going to be together. And
2 months ago, a private email between Sarah Ferguson and Jeffrey Epstein became public. It was written in April 2011, just 1 month after she had publicly insisted she'd cut ties with him. And in that email, she calls him a loyal, generous, and exceptional friend. This was a man already widely known for vile behavior. Yet she praised him, wrote to him warmly, and, as later revealed, had accepted £15,000 from him to help cover her debts. Her team rushed to manage the fallout. They claimed Sarah had been threatened with a defamation lawsuit and sent the flattering email under pressure. They insisted she regretted any connection to him, but it was too late. Once the public saw those words, whatever tiny shred of credibility she had left disappeared, and everything fell apart quickly. Buckingham Palace confirmed that both Andrew and Sarah were stripped of their remaining royal titles after years of scandal, controversy, and ongoing humiliation.
After on Sunday we saw that email she'd sent to convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, which appeared to be a grovelling apology to him. She said she had to write it because she was being threatened by Jeffrey Epstein.
The palace finally made an official split. Reports say the two are now in serious trouble both financially and in terms of reputation. Their social status, which was already shaky, is now described as completely sunk. This scandal essentially drove the last nail into the coffin of her royal relevance. But here's the thing about Sarah. Every time people count her out, she reappears claiming she's reinventing herself. She has been the monarchy's self-declared comeback queen for decades. She has survived toe-sucking scandals, financial scandals, debt crises, interviews, reality TV, books, failed business attempts, and an endless stream of PR disasters.
But a pap found them and took photos of Brian sucking Fergie's toes, Fergie topless, and all of this happening while her two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, were around. It was an absolute sensation.
Insiders say that instead of hiding in embarrassment, Sarah is already planning her next chapter, and it's a plan no one expected. She's going back into the dating scene. Sources claim Sarah has told friends she's open for business again. Not for casual relationships, but for what she calls a strategic comeback. She wants a wealthy partner, someone influential, well-connected, and capable of supporting the luxurious lifestyle she refuses to let go of. One insider stated bluntly, she's looking for a rich man to make the rest of her life easier. Sarah reportedly believes she has always had a certain charm that drew in affluent men, and she views this moment not as a humiliation, but as an opportunity. In her mind, being cut loose from Andrew gives her independence and a fresh start. She has technically been single since 2001. Now in her 60s, with 2 adult daughters and a crumbling public image, she supposedly believes it's the ideal time to cast her line again. To understand this renewed pursuit, we have to look at the pattern. Sarah has a well-documented history of choosing wealthy, glamorous, or high-profile men. There was Gad de la Gerardesca, the Italian count who passed away in 2010. There was Thomas Muster, the Austrian tennis star she dated in the 90s. And there was Johnny Bryan, the financial advisor whose toe-sucking photos in Saint-Tropez blew up her marriage and created one of the most notorious tabloid scandals of the decade.
1992, Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York and Prince Andrew had been divorced for a few months, and Fergie rents a place in the south of France as she took her financial advisor, John Bryan, with.
These relationships were anything but quiet. They were dramatic, financially advantageous, and always connected to her attempts to escape the constraints of royal life. Looking at her history, the idea that she's now searching for another wealthy partner makes complete sense. Now for the bigger twist. Last week, reports surfaced that Sarah may be preparing to leave the UK instead of joining Andrew at the Sandringham estate. And insiders are tying this directly to her dating plans. They say Sarah wants a Prince Charming, but not in the fairy tale sense. She wants a man who can give her a new life overseas. A home, privacy, luxury, money, security, independence, and most importantly, distance from the British press and the royal circle she claims never accepted her. Her friends say she's reaching out to international contacts, especially wealthy men she met through events, charity networks, and old social ties. Sarah apparently believes Britain is finished for her. Her reputation there is too wrecked. The royal family will never embrace her, and she can't maintain the lifestyle she's accustomed to. Her solution is to marry someone who can provide that life somewhere else. Now insiders say Sarah is blaming everyone but herself for this mess. She blames Andrew for pulling her down. She blames his family for not offering more financial support. She blames the monarchy for looking down on her and treating her like a burden. And she refuses to take responsibility for accepting Epstein's money or flattering him in that email. She's reportedly telling friends she had no choice and that she's the true victim. Her lack of accountability has stunned even her former supporters. One of the more surprising insider comments is Sarah joking that she's done with broke aristocrats. Apparently, she has zero interest in pursuing men connected to Buckingham Palace, saying they're all fancy titles with no real wealth. She wants financial security, not more ladder climbing. Age isn't even a factor for her. She doesn't care if the man is older, younger, retired, divorced, or working in business. What she wants is stability, luxury, and the freedom to reinvent herself. For years, Sarah called Andrew her soulmate. They divorced but continued living together since 2008. They raised their daughters together and presented themselves as a quirky but loyal duo. But that dynamic is over. With Andrew pushed out of Royal Lodge and building a smaller life for himself, Sarah is realizing she has nothing holding her back anymore. She's reportedly calling this moment the golden handcuffs coming off, and yes, she means it literally. She believes she was financially and socially chained to the York name. Now that she's been cut loose, she can pursue any future she wants, even if that future involves dating millionaires and moving abroad. But here's the truth. Sarah needs money. Her finances have been unstable for decades. She overspends, invests badly, and struggles to maintain her lifestyle without outside support. Epstein paid off her debts. She leaned on Andrew. She relied on royal connections, and those safety nets are gone. If she wants to keep living the way she does, a wealthy partner may genuinely be her only option. And that's exactly why insiders say she's on the hunt. So, can a sugar daddy actually turn Sarah Ferguson's life around? Well, that depends on how you interpret her goals. If she wants stability, comfort, and a fresh start overseas, then yes, she might manage it. She does have connections, and she has reinvented herself before. But if she thinks a new relationship will erase her scandals, restore her reputation, or make people forget about her ties to Epstein, that's extremely unlikely. Public opinion has hardened. The palace has made its position clear. And the world is far less forgiving of royal misconduct. Sarah may find a wealthy man, but she won't escape her past that easily. Let me know in the comments, do you think she'll actually pull this off? Will she really leave the UK? And which billionaire do you think she'll go after next? If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.